It's time for another Dice Tower review with Zee Garcia.
Hey folks, today we are taking a look at Schrodinger's cats. In this one, we are all cat physicists and we are performing experiments to see what's in those boxes when we open them up finally. The game plays out as a very simple bluffing, sort of push your luck game, in which you are trying to be the last cat standing while everyone else is eliminated. Let's take a look at it and then I'll tell you what I think of it. Here's everything that comes with the game. You will get a deck, a small deck of cat physicist cards, and you are going to get the main deck of playing cards. I'll show you these in 1 second. Then the little bidding board, as well as a token to mark what the current bid is. This deck, the main playing deck here, is made up of several different kinds of cards. You have the dead cats, you have the cats that are alive, you have empty boxes. Let's see if we can find one of those. And then you have these, which are wild. Ooh. And so, there's a different denomination of each, there's a different amount of each kind, but those are the only four kinds of cards that are in the deck. To begin the game, we are going to shuffle up these, the physicist cards. Everyone gets one face down, and let's say in this game we are going to have 4 players, alright? So I'm going to give those 4, you put the rest aside, and then everybody is given as many cards from the deck as there are players. So 4 cards each. There we go, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We put the other ones aside for now, and then you are ready to begin. We pick a start player, and they are going to make a bid as to how many and what kind of cats are among all the players' hands, all right? So we're starting with this player here. Everybody would keep their hand secret, but this player is going to take a look at their hand. They're going to go, ooh, I have a lot of dead cats. So my bid is going to be, there are at least 3 dead cats, and they are going to mark on the little board here the 3 in pink. As you can see, these lines go across, and then when you're done at one end of the line, you jump down to the next line below that. The pink means alive, the green means dead, and the ones over here at the end, as you can see, they're halved numbers. Those are boxes that are empty. There's fewer of those, okay? So, this guy has a lot of dead, so 3 dead, all right? And then the next player would go, and they have one of 2 options. They can say, nope, no way, everybody reveal your hands, and let's see if that person was right. Or they can push the amount by moving this to the right or further down, okay? And so they're going to take a look at their hand, and they have basically 3 dead cats, because this one counts as a wild. And they are going to say, I'm going to say there are 5 dead cats. Now, you don't have to push it all the way. You know, you can just, as long as you move it once at least, you're good. But they'll say 5. Then the next player would look at their cards, and they have not a great deal because they have a combination of things. So what they'll do is they're actually going to say, I have 3 empty boxes, and that's allowed because it comes after. They're rare. But there's something else you can do on your turn. You can show at least 1 card, and that allows you to get rid of from your hand as many cards as you just showed. So this player is going to get rid of 1 card and draw a new one in its place, which of course no one sees. They don't even see the discard. All right, and it's the next player's turn. Of course, this is now face up. It's information that everybody has. We continue going around like this, and let's say this player, let's say for some reason we've gotten to 9 dead cats. And it was this player's bid. And this player, even though they have 4, they're thinking, no way, there's not 9. So they'll say no. And now we show them all. This person has 4, 5, 6, 7. This person has 8 with this one. And this player has 9, 10, 11. Okay, this person was in fact right. So the player that said no, no way was wrong. They are out of the game. They are eliminated from the game. We reset the track. We shuffle up all the cards again, and we deal out cards to all the remaining players. In this case, 3 cards to each player because there are only 3 players. And so the maximum number, the maximum bid, of course, being 9, because that's all the cards that are in play. You can also choose to, on your turn, reveal your cat physicist and do whatever special action it says. So, for example, if you reveal this one, Sir Isaac Newton, then it says you draw 2 additional boxes from the research deck. The research deck is the deck of cards here, and everything here has a special name, which you'll forget in about 5 minutes. So that's what each one of these does. They allow you to trigger a special power 1 time. That one lets you draw 2 cards. This one says, do not count Heisenberg's as findings this experiment. So it cancels wilds. That's what it does. And this one says, discard your research, draw an equal number of boxes from the research deck, discard and redraw. And this one over here says, +1 empty box findings, this experiment. If you flip there's suddenly 1 more empty box for the total. Again, this works once, so you got to know when to trigger it. And there are several more, and everybody gets 1 randomly from the deck. That's pretty much the game. You continue going until everybody is eliminated but 1 person, and that player is the winner of the game. So for those of you that are familiar with Liar's Dice, you've already seen all the similarities here. For those of you that are not familiar with Liar's Dice, this is basically Liar's Dice with cards and with the special powers, the physicist's powers that you get once per game. That's different. That's new. That's not in Liar's Dice. And honestly, that's the one thing I have the biggest issue with, because they don't really feel balanced. Some of them just feel better than the others, you know. The artwork on those is great, and that's really where most of the artwork is, and where the names are little puns and everything, and that's cute. Because the rest of the cards, the deck of cards has, 4 images or something like that? It's all the same. And so I appreciate the artwork and the cute little puns and everything, but the game itself is Liar's Dice. Now, is that good or bad? Well, I love Liar's Dice, but this game has really nothing new or original in it. It doesn't feel that way to me anyway. The game is faster than Liar's Dice, largely because, you're eliminated if you get it wrong once. In Liar's Dice, your dice are slowly taken away from you. And so you might be interested in that. If you're looking for a Liar's Dice version that is faster than Liar's Dice, maybe this is the one for you. If you adore cats and must have every cute cat artwork out there, then maybe this is for you. For me, this is a pass because I simply would rather play Liar's Dice. I found this to be just too derivative, to say, yes, support this, go check this out. There's not enough new here. It's just too much of what's been seen before. And so for me, this is a pass, not something I would say run out and get it. Just go play Liar's Dice. Go play any of the other versions that there are out there. This is just, I don't know, it feels like lazy design, But again, if you adore the theme, if you enjoy the look of the game, then go for it. Another thing I really got to mention here before I'm done is that I hate rule books that feel the need to inundate you with terms for things that we've all known and are aware of for decades. Things like calling the deck of cards something else, and things like calling your hand something else. And this rule book does that in spades. It's everywhere. Everything has a name, Oh, you are the first scientist, or you are the active scientist. There's the research deck, and there is the this and the hypothesis. You're forming a hypothesis. It's silly, Just simplify. This game does okay with simplification. So there you have it. Not thumbs up from me, but not because I hate the game or anything. It's based on a game I adore. I just found it to not be very original. And the theme doesn't really sing to me either. So there you have it. Schrodinger's Cats.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at coolstuffinc.com.